Today is Wednesday, April 21st. Back on this day in history, the first U.S. coin, a 1-cent copper penny, is authorized into mint by the Continental Congress in 1787. The design was inspired by Benjamin Franklin. In 1789, John Adams is sworn in as America's first vice president, 9 days before George Washington takes the oath to become America's first president of the United States. Spain declares war against the United States in 1889 to begin the Spanish-American War, which would last a little over 4 months. As a result, the United States received the Philippines and the islands of Guam and Puerto Rico. Cuba became independent, and Spain was awarded $20 million for its losses. World War I German fighter pilot ace, the Red Baron, is finally shot down over France by a Canadian pilot in 1918. The Baron was credited for shooting down 80 Allied aircraft during the First World War, a significant achievement when you consider the technology of the era. An Ohio State penitentiary in downtown Columbus catches fire and kills 322 people in 1930. Singer and cultural icon Elvis Presley scores his first #1 hit, Heartbreak Hotel, in 1956. The song would go on to reach #1 on the music charts as well.
The Eye of the Needle, now Sky City at the top of the Space Needle in Seattle, Washington, opens in 1962. It is now the oldest operating revolving restaurant in the world. The Space Needle was built for the 1962 World's Fair. The Beatles meet the Rolling Stones for the first time in 1963. The Beatles, who were still new on the scene in London, had heard about the group through word of mouth and were in the audience at the Stones show in London. Shortly thereafter, Beatle George Harrison personally recommended that Decca Records, the same record label that had passed on the Beatles, signed a deal with the still unknown Stones. The rest, as they say, is music history. After 737 consecutive games, the Los Angeles Dodgers baseball team finally had their first rainout in 1967. After 37 weeks at #1, Michael Jackson's album, Thriller, is knocked off the top spot on the charts by the soundtrack of the Kevin Bacon movie, Footloose, in 1984. In a highly publicized live television program, journalist Geraldo Rivera opens up a vault owned by the notorious gangster Al Scarface Capone and finds the vault completely empty in 1986. Still a ratings juggernaut for Rivera. All this happened on this day in history, April 21st.
Any boys that are currently in grades 6 through 11 that plan to play basketball next season, there will be a call-out meeting in the cafetorium this Thursday at 3 p.m. to go over information for next year.
The state of Indiana has extended the deadline for seniors to turn in their FAFSA to qualify for financial aid for their colleges next year. There is no set deadline, but money will be awarded on a first-come, first-served basis. If you have not completed the FAFSA yet and are planning to attend college next year, please know it's not too late. See Mr. Davison or Ms. Wambo if you have any questions.
The FFA would like to announce the results from yesterday's Area 7 Livestock and Dairy Judging Contest. The junior dairy team placed first. Individual placings were first place Miranda Clark, 5th place Athens Thornburg, 8th place Mile Fuse, and senior dairy team placed third. Individual placings were third Christian Cardona, 10 Allie Parton, and 20th Liliana Keener, and 29th Colson Clemens. The junior livestock team placed 5th, and the individual placings were 7th place Carter Sickles, 16th place Roddy Sickles, and 21st place Colton Emmerich. Congratulations to the FFA students who participated.
Come down to the art show for the open house next Thursday, April 29th, from after school until 6, in the art room. Anyone can come.
The longest words included in oxforddictionaries.com are anti-disestablishmentarianism, which is the opposition to the disestablishment of the Church of England, floxy-norsi-nihili-pilification, which is the estimation of something as worthless, and then pneumano-ultra-microscopic silicovolcanoconiosis, which is an invented disease alleged to mean a lung disease caused by the inhalation of very fine sand and ash dust. The word clocks in at the impressive length of 45 letters, earning it the nickname P45 in some quarters. Although often cited as the longest words in the English language, you're unlikely to come across any of these in genuine use. They're generally just provided as answers to questions about the longest words in the English language. In fact, P45 was invented, probably in 1935, by Everett M. Smith, president of the National Puzzlers League, in imitation of polysyllabic medical terms, solely with the aim of creating the official longest word in English. In terms of sheer size, however, the longest word to be found in Britain is the 58-character Welsh place name Llanfair Pwllgwyngyll Gogarachwyn Robwyll Llantysilio Gogogoch. It's technically 51 letters long, as and are treated as single letters in the Welsh language. For obvious reasons, it's usually abbreviated to Llanfair PG. The historical Oxford English Dictionary includes other very long words, most of which are highly technical. They include words like spectrophotofluorometrically, 28 letters, and pseudo-hypoparathyroidism, 30 letters. But again, these are all words that you would not be likely to encounter outside of a discussion of long words.
What time is it? It's a good lunch announcement. So, for lunch tomorrow, we will be having macaroni and cheese, a dinner roll, steamed corn, pears, and milk. I hope you guys, gals, and non-binary pals like this completely non-media lunch tomorrow.